And I think you all know you can comment in the chat box, let us know where you're from. We have people from all over the place again, so it's very beautiful to see all the different countries and states you're coming from. And as you know, it's solstice today, so the longest day of the year. Hopefully the natural light stays on my face and you all can see me throughout the event. Okay. So welcome everybody, to all of you that come and join us every 3 months and do this for solstice and equinox. Welcome back, and to all of you that are here for the first time, welcome. This is it started as an experiment of what happens if we connect through our hearts and through our voices from all over the world, and for a moment stop what we're doing and simply send the love and send our communication to the whales and dolphins and observe what happens as we listen to their song coming back. So it's such a beautiful thing to do. I really enjoy doing it. I always love feeling this effect of a hug that I feel when many people join together. It feels like we hug the planet. It feels like our energies create a grid all around the planet, and it always feels like dolphins and whales can really feel us doing that. So as you can see in the chat box, we have people from many European countries, from Czech Republic, with Marie translating, and a lot of people from Portugal and Slovenia and Slovakia. We have people from UK and Argentina and China. Oh, beautiful. A lot of states in the United States are represented. Austria, Belgium, Turkey. So it's just so amazing to see all the different nations and all the different people that come and join us. So thank you all for being with us. And as you've seen from the flyer, we have a special guest that's going to join us after the first meditation. And the way we do this is we always start with the meditation. We go into the middle part of the program where we talk about whatever happened recently. We talk about whatever the guests are bringing in. And then we go into the last part where we do our toning choir, our choir of many voices from around the world. And after that, we listen to the response from the whales. And this is kind of the program for the day. Because of the guests, the program changes, the energies shift, and we always honor what the guests are bringing in. Sometimes it's music. We had some musicians, and sometimes it's channeling. We had some channelers. And Gaia coming in today, she does amazing work with art. And I'm really excited to talk to her and show some of her art and source codes, as they're called, and work with that personally as an experience, as a meditation for us. So if you're ready, I'm going to now officially start with bringing the screen on. And for all the Czech people that came in late, here is the this little globe down here is where you click for interpretation into Czech language. And before we start, I just wanted to share a little video of the dolphins from Red Sea. We were just there at the end of May. And in this video, they just come very close, and they're kind of moving around to who's gonna be closer to the camera. So I really enjoy this video. So just take a moment, take a deep breath, and receive the dolphin medicine. Hmm. And we're going back. There's a lot of different people going to swim with dolphins in the Red Sea. It's a beautiful place to do that. I'm returning there next April, end of April of next year. So in case you'd like to come with us do that, you're welcome to stay tuned. And now we move to this little picture. I always try and have pictures represent the energy that is coming in. And this one comes from a guy in England, Wendy, or maybe that's a girl, Wendy Andrew. But I just love the feeling of the golden dragon playing. Can you see? Playing with the fairies. I don't know if you can see on my screen. There's a my video over it. But before we go in, I just wanted to share why I feel it's very important to ground in the truth, or how this happened for me. So for me, the way I was when I was first started to do spiritual things and meditate and stuff, I remember this one meeting I had with one of my first teachers, and when I first arrived, she looked at me and started to snap her fingers, and she was just saying, Gaia is calling you," and she was being kind of very rough for me at the time, but I really understood her message of don't travel out there unless you're having a really good and healthy connection to the core of the planet. And I had an experience just recently, literally just a few days ago. I was part of a beautiful workshop, a weekend teaching course, and there was one moment where I was speaking about grounding in the truth, where I really step into my truth, and how once I really connect into my truth and I really embrace it and I really step into it, the grounding to the core of the planet happens automatically. So it wasn't something that I needed to work on, I needed to focus on, I needed to travel down to the core of the earth. It was simply me saying, I'm fully here, I'm stepping forward, and I'm completely safe showing my essence. And this was so important, how this grounding just happened. It wasn't something I needed to work on. And that was kind of refreshing for me, because for many years through my journeys, I needed to work on being grounded. And this one just went from that, under my belly button and deep down into the core of the earth. So I wanted to invite everybody, because this to me is the foundation of what we're going to do with Gaia today. So you're going to see what we're going to talk with Gaia about: the codes, about how they open, and about what I believe is our journey and responsibility right now. And being grounded in truth and being 100% committed to saying yes to this, to saying I'm not hiding anymore, and I'm willing to show who I am, is kind of essential for all of us to receive what's coming with Gaia afterwards. And why is there a dragon here? I just want to share that as well, because for me, I had a very intense experience with a dragon in Baja this year. We were there with blue whales and gray whales. And the islands in Loreto, where we started and finished our journey, look like dragons. And there's actually dragons guarding the portal where this sacred multidimensional temple is, where the blue whales spend most of their time there. And I had this close meeting with a dragon that kind of went through my body, starting up on top and just going down. This intense heat was going through my body. And in the process, I needed to see that it's time to let go of anything that is not aligned to my truth anymore. So it's almost like if you're not okay to do that willingly, once you meet with the dragon, the dragon's gonna simply burn through the illusions of things you're holding on to that are not aligned to your path anymore. So to me, when I say dragon, it really represents this process of looking the truth into its eyes, not just the truth, but really the core of your soul, and then seeing that everything that is not aligned with this core of who you are needs to be transformed, transmuted, however it's going to happen, let go of. So I had kind of a big reorganization of yeah, every part of my life, every level of who I am and how I express myself into this world and how I relate and everything. So meeting the dragon is not necessarily going to be easy, but it's so worth it. So the energy right now really is asking you listening if you're ready for this. Are you here to just be an observer, or can you feel that in a way you're being pushed into this eye of your core of your soul, meeting the eye of who you are? So with that, we're going to go into a meditation. And by the way, if the answer is no, maybe you're not in the right place. Maybe you want to watch soccer, with all love and respect saying that. So if you're ready, we're just going to gently close our eyes and allow the exhale to relax your body all the way from the top of your head, traveling down your neck and your chest, and down your spine, and down your legs to your feet. I want you to just gently place one hand on your heart and take a deep breath with your heart. And simply allow the heartbeat that you might feel through your hand. Allow this heartbeat to bring you into this moment. Allow this heartbeat to pull your attention fully here from your thoughts, from anything that happened today. Allow this heartbeat to be your guide back to yourself. And now I want you to just feel how it feels to be very, very safe in this present moment. If somebody holds you in a hug, in what way does your body relax in that moment? Even if that somebody is yourself, holding yourself. I want you now to just imagine a place in nature that really speaks to you, that makes you feel this safe space, that allows your body to relax. And see yourself sitting down in that space, touching the ground, having your feet and your bottom touch the floor. And allow this place now to create this space of a hug, of holding you. Now we're simply gonna express our gratitude for the ground, the earth underneath us. And for this beautiful place that was created just for you. And now just allow yourself to sink deeper and travel into the earth. Just like you are a tree that's growing its roots deep down. Knowing it's safe to be here and it's also safe to expand and feel the core of Gaia. And if I ask you now in this safe space to bring the highest truth of who you are, and you can imagine that as coming either from within or from up above, from the highest levels of your being. Do you feel safe enough in this sacred place where you're sitting to bring your highest truth, your deepest truth into your body? Your answer is yes. Simply breathe it in Allow it to really fill up your lungs, fill up your body. And your truth is like the heartbeat of your soul. So deep within your being, deep within your soul, there's an energetic heartbeat that connects you to all that is. And in this heartbeat, you know that you are, that you exist. And out of this heartbeat, I ask you to now breathe into your heart and into your body. For this heartbeat, I want you to now connect to the core of the earth. And I ask you now, do you commit to standing in your truth? And do you commit to living your life fully out of this truth? Because what we're gonna do now is we're gonna invite the dragon in, the one that works specifically with you, the one that for many of you is even your guardian, your guide. And you're gonna need to stand in your truth in front of the dragon. And then out of this truth, out of the heartbeat of your soul, look into the dragon's eye. And know as you're committing to standing in your truth, to being fully here, fully present in your body and on the planet. The dragon is also committing to showing you anything that is not in alignment with this deepest truth of who you are. So I want you to now take a deep breath with the heart of the dragon and simply say thank you for showing me. I am ready. And feel your feet now on the ground and simply move them apart a little bit more to where you really feel that you're standing in a very stable and present way. And now put your other hand under your belly button where your hara is. And take a few deep breaths into this area. You might be able to feel this heat of the dragon inside your belly. This is the heat of the truth. And allow now the dragon to show you out of this heat of the belly. Imagine dragon dropping its tail and having it go down, down to the core of the earth, guiding this heat in your lower belly and ground it into the core of the planet. And then see a response from the core as an energy rises up. Now I want you to not just commit to standing in truth in this sacred space in nature where you are. I want you now to see our circle of everybody that's gathered from all over the world. We're forming a circle energetically. And this includes all the people that are listening to this recording. We're all here together. And I want you to see yourself stepping forward into the circle. Actually, see yourself making a step, announcing I am committing to be here in my truth, fully myself, fully safe, and fully ready to unlock, open, and show who I am. And now we're gonna keep this energy of the circle. It stays with us very strongly. It becomes a foundation now for this meeting. This really now is the beginning of us gathering together. Allow yourself to stay in this energy, very connected, very present, very grounded in your truth, but at the same time, slowly and gently start waking your body up to where you're going to be able to open your eyes and keeping the energy flow, the feeling of a circle going in your rhythm with a few deep breaths, but still staying very connected. Because from this moment on, everything that happens in this space of conscious humanity committed to standing in truth. Thank you, everybody. So now you can look at the picture and just feel how everything we just did feels. I chose this picture also because the dragon's tail is actually looks like it's entering this crack in the earth. The dragon tail guiding the heat from our lower belly into the center of Gaia. Okay. So, like I said, this energy now represents the foundation for what we're going to do today. I'm going to move on to the next slide. I just wanted to invite everybody to come swim with whales with us if you feel so inclined. I usually forget to do that at the end because I'm um, a little quantum, so I put it in the middle. So we have a few spots left in the first retreat. And now I wanted to do a little introduction to our guest, Kailani, and then I'll bring her on through the video. So I have this picture that is like a profile picture on her Facebook account where quite a few of the source codes that she channels and brings into a graphic representation are here. And I have this beautiful picture that I used for the flyer from her. As you can see, she transmits a lot of energy through her eyes. And for everybody that wants to connect with her, she likes her people to connect through her Instagram, which is down at the bottom of the screen here at Kailani lower dash source codes. And with Gaia, we met many years ago. My daughter was just a year old, and she came to visit us in New Mexico. And it was just one of those synchronicities where life brings you and pulls you across a whole continent just to meet. And I'm so, so grateful to have had that first meeting, because out of that, a deep friendship grew between us, and a lot of what she's bringing through really, really resonates with me and a lot of my close contacts, my soul group. So it's such a joy for me to be able to introduce her and have her show what she does, but not just that. Really, everything she does becomes a transmission of the energy through art, through words, through everything she is. So I'm really, really happy she's joining us today. And as we sit in a space together, there's stuff happening. So when we were preparing this, we realized we can't pre-record anything. We need to do it live in person here. So it's going to be really fun to sit together with all of you and have see what happens in this circle of hundreds of people stepping into the circle and saying, yes, I'm standing here in my truth. And out of this foundation of truth, opening the source code is just so, so beautiful. So here's a little video I put together with, or my assistant put together with some photos and some videos of what Gaia does. It's not long, but it really brings in the energy of the source codes. And Gaia said many times she prefers the codes to speak through the energy instead of for her to try and explain what they are. So I wanted all of you to have an experience of the codes before I bring her on and she starts speaking about them, so you can feel inside your body and inside your heart what she's talking about. Hey, I'm gonna go out of the screen share. I'm just reading at somebody asking about the music choice. I'll have to ask my assistant about that. And uh, I will, yeah, I can email the photo of the golden dragon and the connection to the website where it came from. Okay. And we have somebody from Portugal joining us. Okay. Boa tarde. I love Portuguese people. Coming a little late sometimes. Okay, let's see. Aya, did you raise your hand by any chance? Oh, there you are. Okay, we're gonna have Kaya join us in a second. If there's any questions or anything you would like to share, feel free to do that in the chat box. And we're gonna have Kaya here. I'll make a sip of tea. I've never had this kind of a mic. It's very hard to drink.
Oh, I see the light. Okay.
You see the light?
Was very interesting at the beginning.
All right. Hi, Kaya.
Hi.
Aloha. Are you good? Do you hear me? Do you see me?
I hear you. I see you. How about you?
Yeah, I hear you and see you as well. Wonderful. Okay.
Thank you so much for this beautiful introduction. I'm like keeping my tears to be
Yeah.
able to speak.
Yeah. I asked Kaya if she can send some photos and videos, and then I was like, man, this would look very good in a little kind of just put together with music like this. And I have somebody I love dearly here that did that for me. So I'm very happy that we were able to show it. So now when we say source codes, people already can feel what we're talking about. So how do you usually what do you usually say to people when they ask you about what you do?
I usually do like, how to put this in words, how to translate this in words, because there's so much that it's coming through that is actually very hard to even grasp with the mind energetically. I mean, when I connect and when I receive these codes that are actually keys that are unlocking our remembrance, our deepest remembrance of who we are, of our highest truth. And it's, yeah, of course, it's all perfect for today with the meditation. And I was like, because we are ready to really step forward now. We are called to step forward, not only as keepers of the codes, but also as transmitters now, like to open up.
Yeah, so this
So
is
someone who prepared, like I was preparing for this, to be able to ground these codes and bring them into form for quite a while. And at the beginning, I remember when I was receiving these transmissions, it was super hard to even bring this energy through the body and translate into this geography, geometry. I'm looking at the mountains and it's like geography. In geometry, because I was burning, like it was a lot, really, really a lot of energy. And I was like, okay, like I was doing for hours and hours, like days, even preparing my body to be able to bring this through. Then eventually, when I already could receive more and more of this frequency, it became much easier. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot like the.
so for for somebody seeing a code like this and something happens inside and something starts to kind of just like open, unlock. Um, and the question is, for me it's very important. That's how I say it, is that it's all already inside you. What an image like this does is it helps you remember how to kind of like access and unlock and have it come be active inside your field. So this, for me, that's the experience when I first received, the code coming from you. I just wanted to sit with it and look at it, but it was more about what happens inside of me and how it feels. And I would just close my eyes and then just observe how the energy is kind of like shifting and doing stuff. And so yeah, for me that was like, okay, how do we so what happens then is I wanted to did you want to add anything? Because for me, I wanted to really start to connect this to cetaceans, to whales, and what happens with them, and why did I choose to call this event the Cetacean Code Keepers, and what does that mean? But did you want to say anything about this unlocking that happens inside?
Yeah, it happens actually for everyone, for each one in their own way. It depends where they're at the time when they receive the code. So for some can be like sensation, very physical sensations. For some can be visions or like opening of the third eye. For some can be very emotional experience. For some can be even resistance, because it unlocks this remembrance of what we are carrying and holding inside. And this was, for example, very, very strongly present for me. I had quite a resistance actually at the beginning when this started coming through me, and I saw that this is my mission to actually bring this for quite some people. I was like, okay, but I don't want to be seen. I don't want to show myself like who I am, because I hold this deep, deep remembrance within that I was prosecuted for so many times. So it was like, no, I don't want to actually be in this service, or I don't want to even like show, like I can show the codes, but I don't want to like expose myself too much. But now, like for all of us, like I feel very, very strongly that we are called to step forward, as we did in our circle today.
And what happened for me was this, I started to observe. So 2 years ago, maybe even 2.5, I don't know, but I did what I call the Cetacean Decoding, an online event, and some of you were with us. And it was designed to receive the whale songs, but then to decode them in what I called the receivers inside the body. And so we were decoding through the heart, and we were decoding through the jaw, and we were decoding through the pineal. And it was very interesting how the same whale song can decode and it's almost like taking this song that can sound funny to a normal person on the street, but you take it and inside there's a lot of very personal information. And even if it's a recording from 5 years ago of a whale singing, you still can get a message in the now moment. So I found that very fascinating, and I loved exploring that. There's so much, and in a way, Sync to the Whales is part of that same energy. Out of that event, Sync to the Whales was also born. And it started to happen maybe around a half a year ago, where I realized that it's not just that the whales are singing to us, but that we have the language as well. So we're not supposed to just receive the language, but also use it. And the way that looked inside my energy was that there was certain codes that were very much related to the whale song and to cetaceans that were starting to this sense of unlocking that I was describing started to happen inside my field. And it then all unlocked, opened, and they started to come out almost like if you see your energy as an egg, they started to almost like radiate to where they were on the walls of my egg. So they were opening out into the world. And together with that, what happened was in Baja, when we were with the gray whales there, and I shared this in the previous Sync to the Whales. So if you'd like to like really go into the experience of that, you can listen to that recording. There was a whole guided journey with the whales where they were showing me of what happens when we as people enter their grids. So their hearts connect into grids all around the planet, and a lot of people talked about those and can see them, can communicate with them, and so on. But they were showing me in Baja that as you enter the grids, you actually become the center. So each one of us coming into the grids, stepping forward and becoming part of this grid is all of a sudden a center of the grid. And they gave me the title of the retreat called The Miracle of the Whale Heart. And the whole retreat, I was waiting for some miracle to happen, something, because I knew they wouldn't give me this title unless something was happening. And as we physically entered this field of the whale heart, there was this one moment where we were surrounded by a lot of whales that were blowing out these perfect rainbow circles. It wasn't just rainbows, it was rainbow circles. And I just closed my eyes and there was whales everywhere and they kind of like energetically completely surrounded us. And in that sense of them having a circle around us, I just heard a voice said to me, "The miracle of the whale heart is you." So I was waiting for something outside, but they were like, it's you when you enter the grid and become part of the whale heart. You're the miracle of that, meaning you're in a way, it's almost like all of life, everything that ever existed happens through you. It's very hard to describe this, but it's like a memory of how to be in the center of the beginning of life, of the birth of the galaxies. So after that, they said, but being a miracle comes with great responsibility. And I could see, as they said that, I could see almost these concentric circles where all these different animal kingdoms and plant kingdoms and different layers within this planet, but also further within this galaxy, in a way, almost like we're responsible for them. Like we are the ones that need to take care of this creation. So when you step in the center, you take on the responsibility of being the miracle. And when this then started to now, before this event, it started to merge with what I was sharing before, that this deep codes within us that the whale song can awaken started to open and come out and be seen and shown. I really felt the message of this Sync to the Whales today is that we are meant to not just step in the center, but also be this language of the codes. Start using the whale song that we deep inside of us know how to speak that language, how to honor all life and create through the codes and take care of life through the codes and through this language of the soul. So that's why I call this event the Cetacean Code Keeper, speaking to each one of you that's here with us today. To recognize this, that when you're stepping forward, you're not just you're not just stepping and being, you know, nobody. You're stepping into the center, and you have a responsibility, and also you have a memory of a language inside of you that speaks to all life, that can create everything. And yeah, it's time for us to not be shy anymore. Like Kaya, you said you were like, oh, just because I was skilled, you know. I know it's a big thing.
Yeah, it's time for us to really also fully transmit our truth and who we are. So it's really no more hiding. We had so much support from these beautiful beings that were supporting us for this preparation to come to this point with their frequency, with their codes. But now it's on us to take over and start really transmitting this into the world, into like, you know, who we are, really truly express our gifts, but really through the heart. It's not what our mind wants to create. And it's like everything is inverting now. I don't know if people are observing this, but everything is slowly inverting and it's not working as it used to work. So it's melting, and the new layers, like these deeper layers, are coming, like are surfacing, that are now deeper layers of us that are now really ready to. I keep seeing this image of us like coming out, but really with no, in this deep purity of who we are. Yeah, it's very, very interesting time, as we are in completely new way of being. Like, we've been talking about this for a very long time, but it was on mental level, but now it's really being stable in who we are and really coming out.
So just take a deep breath with how it feels now. Before I invited you when we were finishing meditation to feel how this circle stays. Now there was quite a few things said, and I want you to just feel back into the circle and how these words and everything that was shared, the codes, how does that land inside the energy? Hmm. And then just check in with yourself. How are you with your truth? I had a very interesting journey with Mother Mary just a few days ago, where she came with her Divine Feminine and really just held me through all the moments in my life where I didn't receive it from where I was expecting it from, like my mom or my ex-partner or somebody, and I would expect this to come from the outside, and it didn't. And this Divine Feminine is really, she was showing me how, we're supposed to have a Divine Feminine through the childhood years, holding us like a mother. And then in the teenage years, she moved first into the heart, but then she went from the heart deep down and merged with the core of the earth to become like the divine feminine through Gaia. And we were supposed to co-create then with this energy of the earth and bringing things into the physical. So we're supposed to bring things into manifestation through this beautiful support coming from deep inside the earth. I started speaking about this because if there's parts of you that are scared, not sure about fully stepping forward, fully doing the opening, the key for me personally is within the divine feminine and allowing that part of you to hold those parts and to have them come to this, how would you say that, grown up part, grown up you that's knowing that being in my truth is my responsibility and I'm supposed to step forward and do this. So just wanted to share this because just in case there's still some doubt, just in case there's still somebody that's like, I'm not sure about showing myself. So yeah, on the boat in Egypt, we had this beautiful lady that had so much wisdom inside of her. But she said one day, I'm like, when are you gonna start speaking? She didn't want to open her throat. She didn't want to say anything. And whenever she spoke, it was like coming from a place of not fully expressing herself. So I said, when are you gonna start speaking? And she said, I don't know. I would like to. And then I said, it feels like you have books of knowledge, of wisdom inside your field. Are you just gonna not share those? And she said, I mean, yeah, I don't feel the need to share them with anyone. And my co-host, she was like, how egoistic is that, to have such wisdom inside your field, and just because we were hurt before, to choose to not show it to anybody. So I felt like, man, we're very interesting. We're like, yeah, I'll just stay small and not do this. So yeah, this is just for each one of you listening, being with us, to check in with yourself. Where are you? What do you need? What are your reasons for holding back in case you're feeling that? And if there's the hurt little parts of you within your inner child, within the past lives, working with divine feminine is so healing and so beautiful. So yeah, for me it was an actual physical journey to a place where Mother Mary, I think apparition happened or something, and then she came and talked to me, and it was a beautiful session with her. So I'm really grateful. Okay, what else do we feel like sharing, Kaya? Is there any questions for Kaya? Everybody's just sending their love and hearts, and so we have Atta Marie. Peaceful morning, much love and deep thanks, beloved Jan and Kaya. From your Fakamarama illumination. Oh, for our Fakamarama. Oh, this is some Maori language from New Zealand. I love the word Fakamarama, illumination. Being this language of the codes and language of the soul, fully transmit our truth of who we are from New Zealand. Beautiful. Okay. So, what do you feel, Kaya? What's next?
What's next? I don't know. It doesn't, like, there's not many words, but the transmission that's pouring through me now, it's super powerful. That's why I feel like a little bit yeah, just like can't really move a lot, and just it's just pouring. So that's
Hmm.
yeah, it's hard to speak, but I just need to let this flow to come through, and then I'll be better. That's the strange thing that happens to me when there's a lot of keys and codes to share. So it's like the words are stopped and it's just pouring through. So this is actually what's coming next for us, just sharing and exchanging through presence. So the words need to move away. And I was always also resisting to be like part of, not resisting, but like, I was embarrassed and ashamed, like I can't collect the words, but the transmission that pours through is so powerful, but people want words and I can't like put like what's pouring through, like I can't translate it. It just needs to be felt and received. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just like holding here, like, yeah, I think people can feel it, but this is also part of my deepest being coming through now in the highest form, but without words.
If you'd like to, you can do this with your eyes closed. And you might notice that within the circle we created, you can observe this transmission happening. And you can observe it within your body, within your heart. And you might notice there's something within you that comes through you as well. Your peace, your sharing. Your codes. So what we're gonna do from this space, we're gonna go a little deeper into meditation with a transmission. And then we're actually not gonna come out of it to chat about it, but we're gonna go straight into our quantum choir to honor this energy, because it feels like it will flow through while we sing, while the whales sing. So I invite you now to feel how it is to step into the grid and become the center. And feel how the whales surround you and make a circle around you. Now bring in this knowledge, this recognition of what if the whale song is not just something I receive and decode inside myself, but it's actually a language of codes, of source codes, and a language of truth, of the heartbeat of the soul. So what if I'm not just listening, but also speaking, expressing, allowing this heartbeat to express through me? What if you're the keeper of the cetacean codes and you were always meant to do this together with the whales? It was always a grid for all of us. The quantum heart of the whale is also your heart. So feel how being in the center actually demands from you to stand tall in your truth. Feel how that truth, just like a dragon tail traveling to the center of Gaia, grounds you. And how this truth demands that you stop hiding. So allow now this language, the codes, the source codes inside you, the cetacean codes, can see them opening from deep within. And start showing outwards, start expressing outwards. And when the song of the whales comes on, it becomes giving and receiving. It becomes an expression of your core. And you, as a keeper of the codes, express them through voice, through your presence, through your eyes, through your movement, and through your presence. Honor that happening both ways, from the whales to you, from you to the whales, from inside of you out, from outside in. Both the song of the choir and the sounds of the whales are recorded today together. So today we're doing the choir, not the choir first and then listening to the whales, but it's all happening at the same time. So the intention for this choir today is for the keepers to start singing their song. Just allow your breath to gently guide you into your body. Allow your feet to remind you how good it feels to be fully present here. Good it feels to feel the earth, the Gaia, through your feet. good it feels to remember you're loved from deep inside the planet. And acknowledge now how being asked to be in the center and being asked to stand in your truth is not just momentarily. They're not asking you now to step out of the center, to step out of the truth now. This now becomes your commitment to life. So out of this place in the center, I want you to express your gratitude now. Thanking the divine feminine, the Mother Earth under your feet. And thanking this circle of whales that sing with you, that help you remember, but that you also love and nourish and protect and travel through life with. So just send a little thank you, a gratitude through the grid, through the quantum heart of the whale. And then also deep into the heartbeat of the soul, where the first impulse comes from, the core. Just express a gratitude into that part of you that really merges with the spirit. Then also let's send a little thank you into our circle of all of us standing in our truth from all around the planet, remembering the codes inside and expressing them, coming to a place of feeling safe enough to be seen, to be real, to be true. And then just bring this gratitude back to your own heart. with a heartbeat that's making this body alive, that's allowing you to have this human experience. Just send all of your gratitude and love to your own heart. In a deep breath, really feeling how good it feels to be able to celebrate life, to live life fully. And just sending a little blessing to all the celebrations of the solstice that are happening all around the planet. The longest day, the most light, the beginning of summer, and so much goodness that is in store for humanity as we embrace this. So with that, I hope you get a little smile on your face, just knowing each one of us is actually blessed to be alive, to have this gift of being here. That should be enough of a reason to make us smile. Then you can slowly move your body and do whatever you need to come to a state where you'll be able to be fully awake and present as a human as well. You can stretch, you can move your body, you can rub your hands together, place them on your face. And whenever you're ready, you can fully come back and open your eyes. And how are you doing, Kaya?
I'm back. I can function again.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Um, so somebody's saying in the comment, oh, it's you, Marie, that she feels like this continues in silence for all of us. So she's asking if we can just wrap it up and not comment and not chat. That's an interesting request. Ah, but it kind of feels appropriate, doesn't it? Hmm. So let's just stay for a couple of minutes in this state of gratitude. If there's anything you would like to express in the chat box, you can. And let's do something different today and simply wrap it up without commenting, without really talking much. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Mm. Mm.
Big gratitude to everyone that came, that joined today. Now I feel to speak because this group really stepped forward now and received a lot of codes for the next steps that we are called to. There was really, really a lot transmitted and received. And I'm deeply grateful for you having me and really for everyone showing up.
Thank you for being here, Kaya. And I feel like what happened in the circle, it's this sense of everybody has to be present to assist with everything that happens. So I always really, it's such an interesting sensation because we do this without seeing anybody, but I can certainly feel everybody. So it's such a knowing that comes with how important each person that shows up is and how important each person that steps into their truth is. It really is like you saw with Kaya when she went into her transmission part, a lot happens for everybody, but I felt the same thing happening all around the circle. So as many different people, many of you stepped into the truth, it's almost like you're giving a gift to everybody else by doing that. So thank you all for doing that. I feel like we all have received something that will really stay and will reverberate into our personal experiences here, into our daily lives. And so we're grateful to all of you joining and being a part of this. Mm. And of course, as always, thank you, Marie, for translating and all the work you do in the back and making all the Czech people feel really safe inside your voice. Mm. Beautiful. It's so beautiful to read all of your comments and to feel what you've been going through. Okay, should we wrap it up? Happy
Yeah.
solstice. I'll just repeat that the recording, when I send out the recording, I given the links to Kaya's website or her Instagram account and um, to the retreats that are gonna happen this year and so on. So you're gonna get all of that with the email that has the recording. So we don't
And
need to.
also very, very just sorry, super important to ground and really drink a lot of water in the next 2 or 3 days. Like, yeah, more than usual. Don't forget that.
Thank you. Oh. So have a beautiful solstice, and I feel like there's gonna be there's gonna be stuff happening in the grid. So have a beautiful journey with everything that opened, and it's gonna unfold as we continue our journey. Yes, I will also add the dragon image. Somebody's saying I will. So at this point, I'm gonna wrap it up. To all of you watching in the future, thank you for being with us as well. I could feel way more people in the field than the number said here. So thank you for being with us and all the best and many blessings on your lives and everything you do. Thank you for who you are. Aloha.